This is lesson 2 in our earning power unit. This lesson is titled Job Benefits and Costs. So what do you consider when you're looking for a job? Do you think about the pay, the hours that you're going to work, or the schedule that you could have? Do you think about your location, where it is that you want to work? If you have a choice between two jobs that are nearly the same pay, what criteria are you going to use to make your decision? Which job would you choose? Now, you know that a job provides you with income, that money, but work can also impact your spending. If you have choices about job offers, you'll want to weigh the benefits of each option with what you're willing to give up. All of this is going to help you assess job options to make decisions that match your work preferences and financial plan. You may have heard stories of people who have choices between two jobs. One job they seem to feel is very hard and it would pay a lot of money. And one job, the other job, is one that they would really enjoy doing, but it's a much smaller salary. And people have to make decisions. Are they going to earn the big money and not really enjoy their job, or are they willing to take that paycheck or pay cut for a job that they would truly enjoy? In this lesson, it's our goal to measure the value of employee benefits. Along the way, you're going to identify common types of employee benefits or give examples of hidden costs of employment. You're going to list criteria to consider when you're making decisions about where to work. And then you're going to use what you've learned to assess the benefits and costs of job options. What about you? Where have you worked, and why did you choose that particular job and business? When I was in high school, I started working at a summer camp where I worked in an office, and I got that job particularly because it was the choice of working in an office or working in a kitchen, and I knew that I did not want to work in the grungy, hot, smelly kitchen. So I chose the office, and I worked there for the next 6 years. From the time I was 14 all the way until I was 20, I worked every summer at that summer camp in the office. When I got older, I realized that I really enjoyed working with kids. While I was at the camp, I worked with a lot of different campers, and I decided that I really wanted a job that worked with kids. And I wasn't quite ready for my career yet, so I worked at a water park where my job was mainly to entertain young children. I also really enjoyed helping people, and I ended up working in a kitchen. I worked as a waitress for many years in different restaurants, and I found that I really enjoyed helping people and caring for people and serving people. And from that, I realized that what my likes and my interests made me very suited to become a teacher. So I went to school and I became a teacher, and here I am today teaching young students about financial choices. So that's my experience with the types of jobs that I've had and why I choose those jobs and businesses. Think about your own experience. What kind of jobs have you had? Maybe you haven't worked for a business, but I'm sure you've done chores around the home. Which chores do you like? Which chores don't you like? Here's just a little bit of information for you. The top 3 summer jobs by Industry Youth, which are kids who are aged 16 to 24. These were the top 3 summer jobs that kids chose. They chose to work in leisure and hospitality, so that's like working at a restaurant or a camp. That could be, number 2 was retail trade, and number 3 was education and health services. Why do you think these kids made these choices? There's no right or wrong answer here. Everybody has different opinions and preferences when it comes to job choice. But these are the top 3 jobs that students ages 16 through 24 chose to have during the summer. All right, so here's your first task. We've been reading about Kevin and Genia, and they're lucky. They already have summer jobs. Summertime and then the holidays, they often provide teenagers with your first working experience. So you are going to help Nicholas decide right now. There's 2 summer job options that he has. Which job is going to be the best option for Nicholas? Should he be working at the front desk at the gym, or should he become a lifeguard at the pool? So turn into your notebook to the task. It's called Which Summer Job? I want you to read about Nicholas's 2 summer job options and then recommend which job you think that he should choose. You know a little bit about Nicholas already. Then I want you to give a reason why Nicholas should choose one job over the other. So right now, go ahead and pause this video as you find that task and complete that activity. Now that you've decided which summer job is better for Nicholas, I'm going to throw a curveball at you. I want you to create a third offer for Nicholas at a local fast food restaurant. So Nicholas, not only does he have the first two options of working at the front desk or as a lifeguard at the pool, but I want you to create a third option, working at a fast food restaurant. Now, if you saw, there were a number of categories that were benefits or maybe not benefits for each job. Now, Nicholas is still going to earn $14 an hour working at the fast food restaurant, but what benefits might he receive? So I want you to, on the back of that worksheet, that activity, I want you to kind of figure out what might he receive if he worked at a fast food restaurant. So think of all of the job offers that he would get. Does he get a membership with anything? Is there a uniform that he needs? Does he have to pay for it? Is it given to him? What about the commute? How close or far is that commute from where Nicholas lives? What are some of his work duties that he would have to do working at a fast food restaurant? Requirements and expectations. Is there a potential for extra earnings if he works there? What training opportunities does he have? What are the hours? What about closings? Is it closed at all? Is a fast food restaurant ever closed? Education support, are they going to help him pay any money towards college or education? Any advancement opportunities? Can he get higher than just working as a regular fast food worker? And is there a year-round employment opportunity, or is this just a summer job? So on the back of this activity, I want you to go ahead and create a job offer for him to work at a fast food restaurant. Go ahead and pause this video as you do that. I'm wondering if this challenge was a bit difficult for you. If you're not really familiar with fast food restaurants, then you might not know what offers there are. But I think you can use good common sense and good CS there to kind of figure out for yourself what might be some benefits and what might be some non-beneficial parts of working at a fast food restaurant. So here are some employee benefits that can add value to job. Sometimes you can receive paid leave. So paid leave means that you need to maybe go on a vacation and you're still getting paid while you're on vacation. Or it could be that you're sick and you still get paid. Not every job pays you for a vacation or pays you to be sick. Sometimes you're losing out on valuable money if you take a sick day or if you choose to go on a vacation. Insurance is another one. Some jobs, if you work full-time, they will offer an insurance package. They'll pay your insurance for you, or they might pay part of your insurance if you choose a specific insurance company with them. There might be some savings plans that are available to you that wouldn't be available if you didn't work with that company. Tuition assistance for college. They could pay some or even all of your education. There's some training if you want to go further in their program. Employee discounts, maybe at their store and also at other stores. Companies like Old Navy, you get a good 30% discount at their store, but you also get 10% off at Apple stores and Verizon and a whole bunch of other stores that they have good relationships with. There are also wellness programs to make sure that you are healthy and well and keeping up with your body's needs. It's important to note that employee benefits vary from job to job. Not every employer is going to give you all of these benefits. They might not give you any of these benefits. And those are some of the costs that you have to kind of choose for yourself. Are you willing to earn a benefit or not for a specific job? What are some specific reasons that employer might have to offer or not offer these benefits? Some of them might really need some workers, so having these benefits would encourage people to come join their work. Other employers might not have the money to offer all of these benefits to workers, and so they might not offer any. Or they might offer benefits and compensation packages once you've worked there for a specific amount of years, just to honor how long you've worked there. But right now I want you to open your student guide to pages 25 through 27 and read just a little bit more about employee benefits and what's offered and why employers may choose or not choose to give these benefits. So go ahead, pause this video and read pages 25 through 27. That is all the time that we have for this video. So when we return next time, we're going to look at employee benefits and comparing them, measuring them with the amount of money that you could potentially earn from these benefits. All right, so I'll see you next time and we'll get on with our lesson.